Well, hello, SNHU 107 students, and welcome to week 4, module 4 here in the SNHU 107 learning community. Today, we're going to talk about writing your mission and those short-term goals for your module 4 assignments here in your SNHU 107 class. As always, your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It's our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center, the OAC, as soon as possible at 866-305-9430. You can also email them at oac@snhu.edu or visit the Online Accessibility Center website. Couple of webinar reminders. This is an academic space, so always be mindful of your conduct. So anytime there is learning community webinars, or you are in SNHU Connect in the learning communities, or you're in your classroom spaces or the First Year Experience YouTube pages, leaving comments, questions, always remember it's an academic space. These learning community webinars are not mandatory, they're not graded, and there are not any extra credit points awarded, but we will talk about the concepts you're covering in your class from week to week, and hopefully you're going to learn a little bit and have a little bit of fun along the way. So first and foremost, y'all, before I dive into today's content, congratulations. Woohoo! High fives, all the things. We're just so proud of you here at SNHU. You have made it to the halfway point of your term. So this is where I like to remind students that whatever you're doing that seems to be working, like if you found a way to manage your time that's successful for you, keep doing it. If you maybe have fallen behind or gotten a little bit off track or find yourself on the struggle bus, it's okay. This is the time to buckle down, reach out to your instructor or your advisor, use those resources and ask if you can turn assignments in, if you're maybe missing them, or get caught up. They can always say no, but the answer is always no unless we ask. So go after your best grade, and if you're stuck, reach out to your resources and let them support you in your success, okay? As always, remember to make sure you're reading those course announcements and checking your university email. If you're stuck, if you have questions, if you need something from your faculty, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We want you to be successful. And here at SNHU, as you all have learned, there are so many resources that are here for your success, especially as you begin to navigate writing your mission statement and those 3 short-term goals. Utilize resources like the SNHU Academic Support Writing Team, that written feedback service for you and your success. So this week, everything, the discussion assignment and your mission and goals assignment, that journal assignment, they are literally centering in on your mission and goals. So I want you to think for a minute about your academic journey. Like, why did you apply to SNHU? Why are you back in school? Why are you here getting this degree? Like, what drove you to do that? Is it because you wanted to do something for you? Is it because you were thinking about your kids and your future? Like, you really liked this major? Like, think about it. Like, why did we get started? Okay. Like, what is our goals and why are we here? So I like to kind of break down as a reminder, like, what is your why? So maybe for you, you came to school because you wanted to show your loved ones what hard work looks like. You wanted to change something in your life, right? Maybe you wanted to be the first in your family to get a college degree. Maybe you wanted to show that hard work, or you wanted to show that it's never too late to get that college degree or to achieve your dreams, right? Maybe you're somebody that wanted to change your lifestyle. You wanted a career where maybe you could make some more money and it would financially change things for you. You want to be able to buy things that you dream of. Maybe you're here because you just simply are so interested in whatever your major is and you wanted to learn about it. Maybe you're somebody that you're already in the field, but you have to have a degree for you to be able to continue to working for that employer or in that field. Maybe you just always wanted a degree in history or always wanted a degree in psychology, and now you're here to follow your passion. Maybe you're just doing it because you're like, I am crossing this off my to-do list. I want to be a college graduate, and that is why I'm here. No matter why you're here, let that help drive you as you put together this journal assignment for your SNHU 107 class here in week 4, okay? So your journal assignment is due by Sunday of week 4 or before is convenient for your schedule. And what you are doing is you're really doing 2 things. 1, you're writing an academic mission statement. And 2, you're writing 3 short-term academic goals. And it literally, when you open up the Module 4 journal template, it walks you through exactly what you're supposed to do. So for example, for your mission statement, you want to make sure that your mission statement is a little paragraph. So don't just answer the question ABC, like make an actual paragraph, right? And in that paragraph, you are going to have a sentence or 2 that summarizes what degree you're working toward here at SNHU and why you chose the field. You're going to have a sentence or two that summarizes the type of career you want to have after you get your degree. And then you want to write a sentence or two that summarizes like what you want to do with this degree or how you think it'll benefit you or your family or your community. That's your mission statement, like a short paragraph of like, 6 to 10 sentences. Okay. So it's not very long. Simple. Keep it simple. And we have examples. We're going to talk about those in a minute. The other thing you're doing is you're going to write 3 academic goals, and they need to be short term. Short term means things that you can do, cross off your list, or achieve in the next 6 months. So you getting your degree is not a goal, a short term goal. That's your mission statement. Okay. But things that you could use is like maybe you want to be better at managing your time. So you're going to buy a planner and like put some different action steps in place for your success. Maybe you're somebody that struggled with writing mechanics and you want to work with the academic support written feedback service to help improve your writing scores. Those are just examples. But whatever your short-term goals are, they need to be achievable within 6 months. They need to connect to your mission statement. So not only are you making the goal, you're going to include like how this will help you achieve your mission statement. Okay, that's the template, but let's talk about how you put that together. So again, the mission statement, think about like what degree you're getting, when you might graduate, what career or profession you're going to go into, and what you're going to do with your degree. So let's go through some examples. So these are examples, and these are also within your module, and I'll show you those when we get done so you can kind of see where they are in your classroom space. These are 2 different examples, but these are a perfect foundation for you to look at these and then plug in your own details and your own information to create your own mission statement. And you'll see that they have similar characteristics, but they're different. Okay, so the first one, my academic mission is to successfully complete a bachelor's degree in business administration by June 2024. I hope to use the entrepreneurial and management skills developed in my degree to open up my own business in the online retail market. Through my business, I hope to provide goods and services to the public while maintaining a profitable living so I can spend more time with my family and support my children's future education. So remember those little sentences we talked about a little bit ago that said like write a couple of sentences for this, write a couple of sentences for this. You'll notice this student is like, all right, I'm getting a bachelor's degree in business administration. I hope to graduate by this day. So what's your information? Plug it in. This student wants to use their skills that they learned in their class to open up their own online store. And then they want to use this business so that they can make a good living, but also help support their children in the future and their education, right? So that's all it is. It's not long, it's not hard. You just have to keep it simple. So think about what your degree is, when you plan to get it, what is the career that you hope to have, and what do you want to do with your degree or your career, okay? Here's another example. This is a little bit different with a different major in mind, okay? My academic mission is to successfully complete a bachelor's degree in English and creative writing by 2024 and become a self-published author. I intend to use my creative writing skills to become a leading writer in adult fiction and screenwriting while maintaining my position as a publications editor. I wish to participate in bettering the world through creative works and influence people to be passionate about literature and reading. So a little bit different. This student, same thing, explains like, this is what I'm getting my degree in, a bachelor's degree in English and creative writing. They're getting it in 2024. They didn't put the month. That's okay. They want to become a self-published author. So that's a career that they're going to have. And then they want to use their creative writing skills to stay in the job that they have, but they want to expand it a little bit, right? And then they want to just help people be passionate about literature and reading. So those are 2 different majors, 2 different mission statements, but they have all of the same criteria. Okay, so when you go to put together your mission statement, mold them after these 2 examples. You only need 1 mission statement, but remember, you want to share what your degree is, what you're getting it in, maybe when you might be graduating, what kind of career do you want to have, and then why are you getting it? How's it going to help you? What are you going to do with it? Okay. Now, on the next side, so that's the mission statement, is you have these short-term goals. Short-term goals, again, short-term is less than 6 months. You will be able to cross this off your list or achieve it or work towards it in the next 6 months, nothing after that. Okay. So think about like, what are things that you maybe need to do or action steps that'll keep you on track to achieving the mission statement that you just wrote? Okay. Here's some examples. And I like to share this because if you look at this, you'll notice if you go towards the bottom, it says, here's an example of a week goal. I will submit my work on time. This is a good goal. It's awesome that you want to submit your work on time, but where's the details? So if you turn in something like this, like I'm going to work with academic support, that's awesome. But how, when, why, right? So you just want to provide some of those extra details. And this goal right up here gives you an example of what your short-term goals should look like. So my goal is to submit all work on time or before the due date for my first 2 terms by meeting with my advisor weekly and mapping out the assignments and deadlines for all my classwork. So right there's way more details, right? They're still going to submit their work on time, but not only are they going to submit it on time, they want to either do it on time or before their due date, and they're going to do this for their first 2 terms. So that's less than 6 months, right? And they explain like, how are they going to do this? Well, I'm going to meet with my advisor weekly and map out assignments. I will know I have succeeded in achieving my goal by submitting all my work on time or early, and it relates to my mission statement because if they're successfully completing their assignments, they can pass their classes and get their degree, right? So that's an example. Things to think about: use the academic support team written feedback service. Don't wait until the last minute to do this assignment. Make sure you have that kind of due date on your goals that are within that 6 months time frame. Make sure when you write out your mission statement or you write out your goals that you don't have that text talk. Y'all, please capitalize the word I and spell out the word you. Make sure you have the right version of different words, because sometimes we're just so used to texting that we don't pay attention to those kinds of things, and you can miss points because it's not writing academically. Okay. The other thing before I let you go here real quick is I want to go into module 4 and just show you where everything is. Okay. So if you click on your course menu, learning modules, and you go down to module 4, as always, click through that introduction, right? Click through the introduction, go through the module overview, arrow over, go through your required resources. There's a great video on goal setting. There's a chapter to be reading in your Power textbook. There's a couple of other videos and articles that'll help support your success too, okay? And then for your discussion assignment this week, so you do have a few assignments this week. You don't just have the journal, you also have the discussion assignment. So for your discussion assignment, you are answering 2 questions, which center around mission statements and short-term goals. One, you're going to be answering, explain the value of a personal mission statement and short-term goals in your own words. Like, why is it important to you for you to maybe have this personal mission statement? Or why is it important for you to set short-term goals? Use your thoughts, share your feelings, right? Write in complete sentences, give the details, use examples. And question 2, identify how personal mission statements and short-term goals will impact your ability to be successful. So in a real world example, why are these things important? Okay. As always, discussion initial post answering these 2 questions is due by Thursday of week 4, module 4, or before, as convenient for your schedule. And then make sure you're responding to at least 2 of your classmates by Sunday or before. Y'all, I cannot remind you enough that it is so important that you get your initial discussion post always submitted when they're assigned, but also do not forget to respond to at least 2 of your classmates. That costs major points if you only respond to 1 or you don't respond to any. Like, it takes your discussion grade from what could be an A to a C right there. So make sure that you are answering the questions for your initial post by Thursday or before, and then make sure you're taking the time to respond to at least 2 of your classmates by Sunday or before. Okay. That's a discussion assignment. And then your journal this week, we've already talked about a lot of it, but I just want to show you just a couple of things. As always, it gives you an overview and direction. So it's going to explain here again, like how you put together that mission statement, how you put together those goals. Right here, click the blue, gets you to where you want to go. Click on the module 4 journal template. Like always, you know that when you click on that document and you open it up, you can type directly in it. You might have to do the enable editing, but you can type right in it. So right here in the template, it reminds you of the pieces and parts you need for your mission statement and your goals. Now, when you're writing your mission statement, make sure you put together that paragraph down here, okay? So you should have a paragraph that looks similar to those examples that I went over. All right. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you is there's examples. Remember how I said there's examples within the module that I just went over here in this slide deck? They're right here again. Click the blue, gets you where you want to go. It's going to open up the PDF document of the examples. Now, do not copy these verbatim. Obviously, you will get in trouble with academic integrity. It'll flag in 5 seconds. But this just gives you a really great reference of what your mission statements should look like. Here's those two examples I went through, and what your goal should look like and what it shouldn't look like. And remember, you're writing 3 short-term goals, and then you are putting together a mission statement, which is like a short paragraph. You'll notice they're not very long. They're just a handful of sentences. Again, sharing what degree you're getting, maybe when you're graduating, what career you hope to have, and like what you're going to do with this degree or what you hope it changes in your life. Okay? Now, your journal assignment, like I mentioned earlier, is due by Sunday or before of Module 4. Just a reminder, too, you can always click on academic support. When you do that, it pulls up their menu of services. I encourage students to use the written feedback tool. If you've never worked with the written feedback service before, it's awesome because you click on submit a draft and you can upload and submit any of your SNHU writing assignments for feedback. You basically select the areas you want the tutor to focus on and they give you targeted feedback. It's a great way to make sure that you kind of answered everything appropriately, have everything that you need before you turn it in to be graded. Okay, so y'all, that is it for week 4, module 4. So just a reminder too, take a big old deep breath. Sometimes putting together these mission statements and short-term goals feels like overwhelming because it's putting your dreams and goals and aspirations maybe on a piece of paper. But I'm telling you, it's also super powerful and empowering. And I have a lot of students that tell me when they put this together, they like cut it out or print it off and they like stick it like on their fridge at their house or their mirror in their bathroom or somewhere that they'll always see it as a reminder of like what they're striving for. So just a tip for success out there. Y'all, we're so proud of you. Remember, week 4, module 4, halfway point of the term, discussion assignment, initial post due Thursday, peer responses, get those done, at least 2 of them by Sunday. And then your journal is due by Sunday. Use your resources, connect with your instructor if you've fallen behind or have questions or need anything. We want you to be successful. And just remember, you got this. See y'all in week 5.